Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shakayla. I create and share delicious vegan recipes. This week's video is what I eat in a week, but y'all, under different circumstances. I am under the weather. I started off by catching the vid, and now I'm dealing with allergies. So this week I'm really trying to whip up some meals that'll help boost my immune system a little bit. Just being super intentional with some of the meals that I make. Now, mind you, some of the stuff in here is just overall comfort because I wanted it. But other meals, I was very intentional on the ingredients that I used. So hopefully you enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Let's get into the video. So here I'm making a lentil and veggie soup. Now y'all, I know y'all probably like, why isn't she resting? Like, I had been in the bed the entire day. Brandon had been caring for me the day before. I just needed to get up, move my body. Like, I just wanted to cook. It is what brought me peace. It brought me happiness. I didn't feel like I was being confined. So I was like, no, like, get up, cook yourself some food, like, do one of the things that bring you joy. And that was cooking. So that's why your girl is cooking. I wasn't like super sick to the point where I couldn't like get out the bed, couldn't move, anything like that. It was more so mild symptoms. So yeah, that's about it. I was still able to like do the things that I enjoy doing and work and all that good stuff. But don't worry, I did take some time to relax, to rest, and all that good stuff. And for the soup, I really just tried to use what I had at home. Typically, I would probably add in like some celery. I didn't have celery, but what I did have, I had some onions, I had some shallots, I had carrots, some mushrooms, which those mushrooms were so delicious. But yeah, just whip that up. Oh yeah, and I added in some lentils, which you saw. But really wanted like a brothy type of soup, which of course is really good if you are feeling under the weather. You saw I added in some turmeric as well as some ginger for a little extra boost, and added in some kale for some of those good greens. This is honestly a soup that I would eat if I was sick or not. It was so good. And here I just wanted like a little snack plate. I wasn't like super hungry this day, during this time of the day. So I decided to whip up just like a quick snack. I have purchased some hummus that I've been so excited to try. So that's why I wanted to have these veggies. Y'all, I know I haven't talked much while I was putting this together, just like while I was actually doing it, but I picked up this roasted, and excuse my thumb, long story. I picked up this roasted red pepper hummus that I'm gonna enjoy with this bowl. Of course, not gonna eat it with the apples, but mainly gonna eat it with the celery and the carrots. Y'all, and that hummus might be my favorite hummus. Like, it has so much flavor, such good ingredients. So if you see it at the store, I would definitely recommend that you pick it up. So I don't have any plant milk. So I'm gonna be using water. But pretty much I'm trying to make like a tropical citrusy type of smoothie. So I just added in some water and some carrots. I have this protein powder that I'm gonna include in here. Let's see if it focuses. Yeah. So it's a plant protein powder, has a vanilla flavor. Orange, because I read that citrus really helps you feel better. So I'm gonna add an orange in here. I also have this passion fruit tropical blend. I got it from Target. It's Good and Gather. So it has pineapple chunks, dragon fruit, and passion fruit. And I still haven't bought some bananas. So I'm gonna pick bananas out of here and add them in the smoothie. So to also help me feel better, my mom had recommended that I pick up some elderberry syrup. So I just ordered this. I think I got this from Walgreens, and I'm gonna add a few drops in my smoothie as well. And I do want to mention that this is what I'm doing. I'm not saying that if you are ever, feeling under the weather, that this is what you need to do. I'm just sharing what I'm doing. Not that it's perfect. I've just been trying to research how to feel better soon, how to boost my immune system, what foods I need to be eating, and this is what they shared. So, and again, I forgot to add my agave. I forgot last time too, but I'm just gonna add a little bit, not too much, and get back to blending. Now again, this is what I'm making for me. You don't have to make this if you're feeling under the weather. Again, I just wanted to share as I am on the road to recovery. So, and it's delicious, by the way. Now, so I just finished warming this up. I wish I had some saltine crackers. That would have been so good. But I did find these, let me show y'all, these cracked pepper water crackers. I know they're not gonna be the same, but I just want something like crunchy. Last night I had this with y'all, I'm like so congested right now. But last night I had this with some toasted bread, and I just wanted something a little bit more crispy. So decided to have it with these crackers. Which was absolutely delicious. It's so good. Like I mentioned, I've been doing a lot of research and trying to understand like what foods will help boost the immune system. One should be eating those regularly anyway, but also just to help feeling and being 100%. I read that legumes are really good. Also added in what you guys saw, I added in some ginger. I think I added in some turmeric. Yeah, I did add in some turmeric, so that's also very helpful. So yeah, and I don't know, it's just something about like when half the cracker is like a little soggy and the other half is crispy. Like, it's just so good to me. Let's see, let me just put a little bit of that one here. Yes, that's so good. All right, good morning, y'all. I found out that golden milk works wonders. What you need for this, you need turmeric, you need some cinnamon, you need ginger. You can use fresh ginger or ground ginger. I'm gonna use ground ginger today. You need like a plant milk as well as a sweetener. So right now I just added in, I'm adding in 2 cups of plant milk. Now, if you're not familiar with golden milk, I mean, I wasn't until I started doing my research, but golden milk is turmeric milk, and it's a part of the Indian culture. It's been around for years, and they've used it to like help heal their body and mind. Through my research, I did find that this drink is supposed to really help with like the common cold, inflammation, or upset stomach. So that's why I decided to give it a try. It was really, really delicious, and honestly, a latte that I'm going to continue to make in the future. Now, I didn't read anywhere that a quiche is supposed to help heal you and help you recover from being sick. But listen, it made me feel good, and so that's why I decided to make it. I absolutely love making quiche. This one I am making, of course, a vegan quiche. I think I've made it on my channel before, but it's really a great go-to when you want a breakfast dish that can kind of be eaten over several days. And so that's exactly what I was able to do here, and I enjoyed every single bite. Here are the pie shell, well, the pie crust shells, pie crust, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The ingredients, it is organic wheat flour, organic palm fruit shortening, water, organic sugar, organic cane sugar, and sea salt. Have my good old faithful, the just egg. This is just going to be like a veggie frittata. I didn't have any mushrooms. I had some tempeh. Didn't really want to use tempeh in this frittata, so I'm just gonna stick with the veggies. So I'm gonna add this in here. I'm gonna just add a little bit of, I have this oat milk. I think that's maybe a little bit more. And I'm gonna season it with a little bit of salt. We did add a good amount to the veggies, so we don't really need too much. Add in some black pepper. I'm gonna add in some chives as well, because I really like chives. Then I think I'm gonna add in a little bit of my black salt, which I've explained before, but it helps give food an eggy flavor. So I like to add it to, y'all, like, it smells just like eggs. It's crazy. But yeah, so I'm gonna mix all that up. I think that's it for this. Y'all, this smells so much like eggs, it's crazy. So if you decide to make this, just be sure if you buy a pre-made crust that you poke holes in it using a fork. As you saw, I cooked up a variety of vegetables. You can add in some mushrooms. You can add in maybe like some vegan ground meat or vegan sausage. That could definitely be delicious. I did cut up some of the chow creamy slices, which they do have shreds as well, but I cut that up and added it in here, and then I bake it on 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. And I'm not sure if y'all can tell, but your girl is still congested. Like, the pollen in Virginia is crazy. It's crazy. And this night, I was really just craving some pasta. I don't think I had pasta in a while, and I had some basil, and I really wanted to do like a basil pesto, but then I saw that I had calabrian chili, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I just combined everything? Although this was delicious, y'all, this was hot, well, spicy as heck. Like, to the point where my nose was running. And maybe that was good because it could kind of help clear me out, but it was entirely too hot. So if you decide to make this pasta, just cut back on the calabrian chili paste that I use. Don't use as much. Y'all, my mouth was on fire, but the flavor was so good, I could not stop eating it. And I saved some of the pasta water, which is what you see me pouring in right now. And y'all, when I was shaking this vegan parm on top of this pasta, it kind of reminded me of those memes where it's like when the waiter says, say when, and you really just don't want to say when because you want them to keep putting the Parmesan on there. That's how I felt. It was so delicious. And then I just had some of those field roast sausages in the fridge, so I cooked those up and added them on top for some protein. My food's here. They gave me a miso soup. Nice. So I really wanted sushi. So I ordered some sushi, which I'm so excited about. I know it's gonna be so delicious. So I can't remember exactly the name of them, but inside, so I think this one has, so that one right there has carrots, lettuce, and fried tofu. I feel like this might be, let me zoom out so. This might be similar. So my team at work, they knew that I was sick this week. So they gave me a gift card to, they gave me a gift card for DoorDash to have food ordered. And oh my gosh, because they know that I'm a food blogger. And they're like, okay, well, you know, like we know that you're sick, so instead of you having to cook a bunch, like hopefully this will help you. I like to take they put whole pieces of parsley, okay? I like to take the ginger and put it in my soy sauce. And then I'll take the soy sauce, I'll take this little mixture and I'll put like the ginger that's been in here. I'll put it on top of the sushi. Now, one thing I don't eat is that wasabi. I cannot eat wasabi, it's too spicy, can't do it. But I like to do this. It's gonna be so delicious. And then I just take it and then I try to divvy the pieces up and I sit them on top. I sit them on top like that. And that's how I eat it. So good. Okay, actually I lied. I think this one has sweet potato. I am not feeling the sweet potato. No. So I'm probably just gonna stick with these rolls. Definitely a waste of my money, but it is what it is. Okay, so this morning I want to make some tempeh bacon, and I am making, right now I'm just making the like marinade that's gonna go on the tempeh. So I'm adding in some, this is liquid aminos. Hold on, buddy. So I just added in about maybe 2.5, 3 teaspoons or tablespoons. So I have this chili oil, which I've used before in my videos. I just have a little bit, so I just figured I would just use that. I'm gonna add that. Next, you would typically use maple syrup. I don't have any maple syrup, so I'm using my agave. Not a lot because it's pretty sweet. I have some garlic powder. I have some smoked paprika. Y'all, sorry in the backyard barking his butt off. About to add some black pepper as well. I'm not gonna add any salt because the liquid aminos is salty, but I do have this vegan bacon seasoning that I bought. I feel like I bought it a while ago. It's from Frontier Coop. I think it's pretty good, so I'm gonna add that in here. This is 3/4 teaspoon. I'm just gonna go with like a little over 2.5 of these. So in my last video, you saw that I had some tempeh and I cooked it up and I actually enjoyed it. And so I know that they do have like bacon, tempeh bacon. I didn't have it. I just had this tempeh here, so I decided to put it to use. I just cut it into like very thinly sliced pieces, and then next I'm gonna marinate it in that mixture that we just made for about 15 minutes. And then I just baked it in the oven on, I think it was 400 degrees. I baked, 400 degrees for 8 minutes on one side. Then I took it out, flipped it over, brushed it with a little bit more of that marinade, and baked it for 8 additional minutes. And breakfast is served. I'm so excited. I know this bacon is gonna be really good. But yeah, it looks delicious and I'm excited to eat. So I'm still in my pajamas, but I just want to say thanks so much for watching this video. I'm glad I'm starting to feel better. So this is the end of the week. I'm starting to feel better. I got a lot of rest this week, ate some good food this week. I will say, so for that tempeh bacon, it is a little salty, so I think next time I'm gonna cut back on the amount of liquid aminos and maybe cut it with water. But I think all in all, it was really good. So I'm excited. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week.